Okay, so we got day 35 as the warm-up questions here. So we're gonna take a look at number 1, which has an answer of 254. Oh, I should keep it secret. And then another one right here. So stop the video and do the work. Okay, then check when you're back. Okay, welcome back. Now the answer is 254 for the first one. And for the second one, it is, as someone said in class, minus 18. Okay, so we'll take a look at how to do both of these. For the first one, we're looking for A33. So that means we're going to use the AN formula to get started. And so that's going to be AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Now, from the info on the other page, what do we got? A little side list here. A1, what is that equal to? Yep, right on the list there. First term is a minus 2. What is the D going to be? Yeah, the D is going to be 14 minus the term in front of it, so minus 6. So D is equal to plus 8. And the term they're asking for means that N is going to equal what? Yeah, it's 33. Okay. So that's a pretty good batch of information considering what we got to find, right? So in place of N, we'll put 33 wherever we see it. So that's A33 there. N will be 33 down there. And it'll be minus 1 inside a set of brackets like that. The D is 8. Normally I put in brackets around there if it's a negative 8, a negative number, but that's okay as it is. And then A1 is a minus 2 with the add in between. Okay, so what would come next if we're solving for A33? Oh yeah, put what we're solving for in our list here as well. A33 question mark. It's a nice organization that way. The work is here. What we know is off to the side like that. Okay, so you've seen this a few times. Inside the brackets, we do that first. So that will be a 32. And then times the 8 that's on the outside there still. And the minus 2 like that. What do we do next? The multiplying, right? So what do we get with 32 times 8? Class, anyone? Yeah, 256 for 32 times 8. That's true. And there's that minus 2 is out in front, and we'll be adding those together. And so, $1 million question. We got negative 2 and then plus 256. Final answer? Yeah, 254. And that will be the first warm-up question finished there. Okay, so any questions about that one? No? It's easy when the teacher does it, eh? Okay, now how about you guys? What part was there a struggle with? Okay, so you gotta watch that. So keep that organized here. The N is for D, it's 4. Yeah. So yeah, so I'll do that on a separate page. If you use, no, I can do it under here. If you look at the list, the sequence, it's 6 and -2, right? So if you use the 6 to figure out what D is, you go 6 minus whatever's in front. So watch. D is going to be 6 minus what is ever not in the front, but just before it, right? The number before 6. What's the number before 6? -2. So we talked about this a little bit before class, but there it is, right? 6, subtract the number before it. 2 negatives. What happens? Positive. Result? 8. Okay. So it's the same difference. It's the common difference, regardless of what numbers you use. 6, 14, any of them. Okay. So yeah, be careful with that. That will cause some struggle if you make that mistake there. What else? Anything else? No, I guess just recognize that N can sneakily be in there, right? If they give the 33, I mean, you got that pretty quick when we were going through there, but under pressure, maybe, stress of a test. Just recognize that the number down below there is the N number, and you can pull it out and use it. Okay. What else? Anything else causing struggles? No? Okay. We'll try another one after these two, just to double check. Okay, let's get on to the second question, though, that we had for today. That was the sum of the first 9 terms of this pattern here. Okay, so in terms of our list to get started with, what values do we know? Yeah, we can figure out what D is. What is D gonna be from our situation here? D will be -2, that's right. Because you take 4, subtract the number in front of it, which is 6. So D will be -2, that's correct. Next, checking your notes, what other values we got? We got N? Yeah, N and A1. Okay, it's true, we do have those. What is N equal to? No. No. Maybe another thing we could do is write down what the question is. The sum of the first 9 terms. Sum of the first 9 terms. How would we write that as a symbol? How would that look on our list? Is it going to be A? That's for the sequence if we start using A, right? Like the first question. If we're starting to look at sums, that's when we add everything together, plus, plus all the time. Symbol used for that is S, remember? Sn is equal to something. Yeah. It's over something, yeah. And what else is in there? D is at the other side. Mm-hmm. We will, yeah. 2 is in there. Yeah. Over 2, that's first part of it for sure. Now, let's, so you got, that's ahead a couple of steps, okay? The sum of the first 9 terms, right? It's going to have an S in there. But what does the 9 represent? First 9 terms, right? Yeah. So this will actually be the n value that goes in there. Okay. So we're going to be looking for the sum of the first 9 terms like that. Okay. Sum of the first 9 terms. Because n is going to equal 9. Yeah. So it's hidden in words this time with the way the question was written, right? First 9 terms. But that's what n is going to equal. Finding the sum, Sn. The formula, it's coming from class. I know. It's good. What is A1? First term, that's true. Clever answer. Now it's the answer. What's that? Yeah, 6 indeed. Okay, so yeah, from class we got the formula started. There are 2 formulas. The one we'll use is this one here. Yeah, and over 2 for sure. Yep. Brackets. Yep. And another bracket. It's true. Yeah. D. That's right. And now, yeah, all the brackets have an open and a close, right? Couple, a pair. So open and this is open. Now it's closed. Yeah, good. Okay, remember there was the other formula, but it needs the last term. And we do not have the last term in this particular question here. Okay, so this will be good for what we got. What happens next? No, let's start. Nice. S9, yeah. 9/2. It's true. Bracket still. Yeah. Not bad, but. Yep. See? Nice. Yep. Yeah. Nice. So for D, because there's a negative there, a minus, you put that in brackets, okay? Don't subtract it at the end. Put it in brackets. Perfect. Okay, what next, good people? We going here? 12. You know what it is? It is 4.5, but we're going to leave it as a fraction, okay? It'll be easier later on, I think. So leave it like that. And that means we have to have the bracket in between. Okay. Good so far. Yeah. Plus 8 there. And then it's 8. It's times, yeah, because those brackets are side by side. So I'm going to write 8 times minus 2 like that. You can drop the brackets if it's positive and if you're careful. Okay. Yep, minus 16 for that part. Oh, with a 1 in there. Still in brackets because we haven't fixed those yet. And it's subtract now, like it's got to be clear on that, okay? And then our 4.5 out in front on our 9 divided by 2. I'm going to let you figure that out again for sure. Is it off camera? It's off camera. What the heck? That's a 9. Okay, good people. What do we got? 9 over 2. Yeah, minus 4. Good. Okay. What next? You could do it that way. So I'll show you 2 different ways. This 4 is on the top. That 2 is on the bottom. They can, yeah, divide by 2, right? So what's 4 divided by 2 equal to? 2. So this turns into a minus 2 now. Okay. And so now we have, yeah, so S9 is going to equal minus 18 as we saw earlier on, okay? That's good. Now, someone was saying 9 over 2, 4.5. And this will be times minus 4. It's true. Okay, so how I would think of this one, I would think of it as 4 plus, I would think of it like this. And then you do the rainbow in reverse, okay? You see? What's half of minus 4? See? What's the first calculation there? Yeah. No. Exactly. So you get minus 2 for that first red multiplication. Then that one, minus 4 times plus 4. minus 4 times 16 is the number. Minus 16, right? Okay. And so you're down $16, down another $2. How much? See? 18 down. Okay, so it's another way to multiply to get to the answer there at the end. This one? Yeah, I think it is. But this one, you know, brings us back to this stuff, right? So that's kind of a nice reminder. Okay. So by request, I'll give you another couple of these to do that we'll do together, and then we'll do the couple examples I have lined up for class today. So this is gonna be like the first one. Warm up part 2. We got this one. Find the 22nd term for this here. Minus 7, minus 1, 5, 11, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and for a second example, find S 24, negative 3, plus 5, plus 13, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so similar in style to the other ones. I'm going to pause the video. No need to watch the break, but then I'll step back in a little later to show you the solution. So try it on your own for now, and when you're finished, come on back. Here come the solutions for these ones then. For number 1, 22nd term, and this is what we got. Maybe we can make a little list here before I turn the page. 22nd term, what does this value give? Yeah, the n is going to be 22, right? We're looking for the 22nd term. Yeah, someone said that's an. That's true. That's what we're looking for. A22, actually. What else do we know from here? D we can figure out. What do you get? D is 6. That's true. And what other value do we have? Yeah, A1 right there. -7, right? Okay. So I'm going to organize it nicely on the other page. This page here. We got A1 is -7. D is equal to 6. N is equal to 22. And the question is, A22 is equal to how much? All right. So as we've been using, A1 is AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Okay, what goes in for what now? Yeah, we can say A22 there. That's good. Yep, -7 plus. Yeah, good. 22 minus 1. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so then listen, if we get this far, then it's the algebra. The next part we got to be careful with. Okay, so we got to remember the rules, remember the order. And if there are mistakes, then this is the section to look at. Okay, going down. Let's make sure. Okay, what do we do first? Yep. It is, yeah. Yep. So notice I just put the brackets in differently this time. It's okay. As long as there's brackets there showing some multiplying. Okay, what next? It's true. What do you get? Huh? Mm-hmm. So right here, this is my guy. No. Oh, 126, yeah. Okay. And then comes down. Yes, that's correct. That's like that. Okay. Minus 7. No, you look at the sign on the left. You read it this way. Yep. That's exactly it. Okay. So recognize the trick, remember? Sometimes it's easy to flip them. Subtract. Okay, good. That's for the first one. For the second one. For the second one here, what info do we have for our list? A1 and yep, and it's going to be 20. A1 is minus 3 from there, yeah. Yeah, D is going to equal 8 when you work this out. Okay, you could do it as 3 minus or 5 minus 3. But this is probably easier. 13 minus 5, right? Yeah. And from class pointing out, and a good idea, have the question in there too. Mm-hmm. It will be. I'm going to start with a formula first, though. It's example number 2. So we'll have n's to start with, right? 20 over 2 means n over 2 to start with. What next? Yep. No bracket for that, just straight up like that. Yeah. It's true. Jumping around a bit, but that's okay. D at the end. This is how the brain works. It jumps around a little bit. That's okay. Plus, indeed. Every open needs a. There we go. Perfect. There are the values there. Sub them in and be careful, right? Okay, so we get S20 20 over 2. 2 brackets like this, yeah. Yeah, minus 3. So you gotta be careful with that. Plus 20 minus 1. And D is 8, right? Okay. Girls, so 8 is right there. Okay, this is our star time now. As in like, be careful from here on down. Okay, yeah, do the easy stuff. That's smart. Yeah. Yeah. Plus in there. Yeah, good. Good so far. What do we got next? 19 times 8, pretty big. No, I love it. How much? Yeah, that works. It's true. And our easy 10 on the outside, right? Yeah. 46. It's true. Well, which one? So what is it? 46. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Final answer. I'm just going to squeeze it here so it's all on one page. Yeah. Remember, just an extra 10 at the end now. 1460. Yeah, good. Okay. How you guys feeling with that? A little better? Yeah, need some practice still? You need the test. Okay. It's not a test, just a quiz. 3 questions. Mhm. That goes there. That goes there. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Yeah, the quiz will come up in a second for the quiz will come up in a second. This is an example I wanted to show you from today. New stuff. Okay. And that one, and then that one, and then one word problem. But so we can get the quiz going, let's do this first, okay? The what I'd like you to do, Yoya, Lana, you can copy this down in your notes, okay? And we'll work on it together. I'm going to put the quiz up on the screen for the girls there. And we'll have 2 both going at once there. Good. For this question, you can see how those 1, 2, 3 blanks are there. That's what you got to find. Yeah, not bad. 3 terms that are there. That's actually one piece of the puzzle. Yeah. What are those 3 terms? I know. It's like, what? Wow, this might surprise you. You kind of did. Okay. So I'll give you a hint to get started. For the solution here, one thing to notice is that, yeah, A1 is a -3. Not bad. We can do better than AN actually, because it shows -3 is in the first spot. The second spot is blank. So A2 is equal to, I don't know. A3 is equal to, I don't know. Not bad. I'm saying we can do better than AN. How can we see? A2, A3, that's A4. So where is 25 located? Exactly. So you said AN, which is true actually, but even better is A5. That's right. And we did this type of question a couple of days ago, I think, where we can set up an equation to find D. Find D with our usual arithmetic sequence formula. And then find the A2, A3, A4 after that. Yeah? Yeah, we can use this one. D will be missing. We know what A1 is, and you know, as you said, what AN is. And also, what does this 5 represent? Nice. See? We got AN, A1, N. The only thing missing is D. Okay. So you get started on that. I'm going to get the quiz going for the girls there, okay? So I'm going to pause the video here. Put the quiz up on the screen for a little bit. Yeah, take a picture if you don't mind. That'd be easier today. Oh, like a proper picture. Yeah, okay. Oh man, this whole thing is... I don't think this video is any good today. Okay, so the goal is to find, yeah, these missing blanks. Now, the thing to recognize is that it might look like a new question when it's written like this. But if you focus, right, you got A1 and you have A5 once you count the spots, right? And we've actually had a question like that before, where they give one term in the sequence and then another one. Then it ended up being creating a system, if you remember that, right? And then basically a 2-step type problem. And that's what we got here. Okay, so it's just presented differently than earlier. But once we recognize that, yeah, here are 2 steps. You find what D is. That allows you to create a general term, a general formula. And then you can find each of these afterwards, right? Each of the missing blanks. So to find the D value, oh, we'll save this question till next. To find the D value, we know that A1 is equal to -3. Yeah, A5 is equal to 25. That's right. Yeah, A5 is there now. Highlight, because we're going to use this formula here, right? So we also need to know what n is going to be. So what is n going to be from the info that we have? Yeah, n is equal to 5. Right down there. That's our an value. Yeah. Yeah, replacing n's. Yep. Nice. 5 minus 1. And then? Oh, yeah. We don't know. Uh-oh, but it looks like there's 2 unknowns. Uh-oh. That's a concern. But that's right. Saved. Yeah. We have all numbers now, except for the D value there at the end. Turns into 4. It's true. 5 minus 1. Yep. So now the solving part. Start time. Yep. I'm going to take the 3 to that side. It's negative there, so it'll become positive over there. Nice. Yep. So 4D is equal to 28. Dividing by 4, as you said. Yeah, nice. Divide by 4. What side? Both sides. So D is equal to 7. Nicely done. Doesn't get one of these yet because that's not the end of the question, right? So almost. Maybe we'll put a box around this, and then we got to figure out what those other terms are, right? Okay. So with D is equal to 7, we can go back to the original question here. D is equal to 7 just off our page there. Oh, I can put it like this. D is equal to 7. So notice we could use our formula again to work it out. Or also, because it's Friday, we can just bounce from one term to the other. Yeah. Exactly. You add D each time, and then you can get the one term, then bounce to the next one, bounce to the next one. It's true. So -3 plus 7, what does that give? Ah, doesn't actually. No. Yeah, it gives you 4. Okay, I'll put it in here and we can check with our formula afterwards. So +4 goes there. That looks good. Another bounce with the 7, and where are we at? Okay. 11 with one more bounce. That's right. Good. 18. Agreed? Agreed. And then we can always check with the last one. That's important to do. Yeah, 25 minus 18 is 7, or 18 plus or 7, because we're bouncing, right? So +7, +7, +7, +7. Yeah, we get to 25. So it's true. So our missing values, A2 is 4, A3 is 11, and A4, yeah, is 18. A5 is 25. That's right. Given there. This gets one of those. Yeah, final answer there. Okay. Any questions about that? No, it's okay. All right. Then this is a second example for you to do. Only because something like this comes up in the next set of problems. Okay, but we've actually seen something like this before. Yeah, yep. Yep, we have the last term. AN is 99. A1 is 1, yep. D is 2, yeah, it's nice and easy to see, right? Correct, we don't know N. And what is the question actually asking us to do? Find the sum of all those, right? Okay, so I just did it by accident, but this is actually kind of a good idea. That's our final answer, so it gets the most question marks. Along the way, we'll have to find N, so it gets only one. Yeah, this is going to count as a two-stepper, that's right. So we're going to find N first. And then once we have N, then we can get Sn with all that we know. Okay. What are we going to use to find N? Exactly. So that's a pretty big signal. We're going to use AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 times D, okay, for that first part. And then Sn, of course. N over 2, nice. That's true for both of them. Yeah. We could, but we also have the last term in this case. Yeah, both actually work. I think this A1 plus AN might be a little bit faster, and it's honestly a chance to use it because we have it there. So I'm going to suggest you use this one for this question. Okay, so I'll pause the video, give you a chance to try it, and then rejoin in a couple minutes. Okay, so to provide the solution for this, we got to find N first using the sequence formula. And then when we have it, once we have the value of N, we can really use either series formula to get the answer. But since we have our last term, we'll just use this formula so we don't forget about it. Okay, so let's do step 1 first. Step 1 to find N, we know that the last term is 99. We know that the first term of the series, by the way, the numbers being added together, the first number is 1. N is going to stick around. That's what we're solving for. And we saw that D was equal to 2, jumping from one odd number to another one. So working this out, we get 99 is equal to 1 plus 2n minus 2. This creates 100 is equal to 2n. And this means n is equal to 50, which is good. Another way to think about this is that these are all the odd numbers between 1 and 100. So if there's 100 numbers, half are even, half are odd, Okay, there's going to be 50 odd numbers. All the odd numbers, 50 of them. So we could have skipped around the formula in order to jump right there. But to get now the series sum of all of these, that is the sum of the first 50 terms of our given sequence, the sum of all the odd numbers below 100. That's going to be Sn is n over 2, first term plus the last term. So S50 will be 50 divided by 2. The first term is 1. The last one is 99. 50 divided by 2 is 25. 1 plus 99 is 100. So hopefully you're okay in getting a final answer of 2,500 for the sum of those values there. Okay, so that concludes our examples for today. Next day we'll jump into word problems explicitly, and I'll show you some strategies in order to do that. Okay, so in the meantime, we can get started on the questions 4 and onward. Then we'll continue those next day.